Hey guys, we're back here again with another Drive Marketing. We've got our good friends Willie Weiss with Weiss Cattle and Zane Ward with Rosebud Cattle down there in Kansas with us today. How we doing, guys?
Good.
Good
How are
about
you?
yourself.
Hey, we're doing great. We're doing great. Any chance you get to talk about good cattle, we Brett and I we chomp at the bit, don't we?
Absolutely. Good
You
stuff.
bet. Hey, you guys got a big fall-born show heifer sale coming up here. Tell us a little bit about what drove you guys as the first year event where you guys have kind of combined forces here. Tell us a little bit what brought this on and what you got cooking.
Zane, you want to go for it?
Yeah, I can do that. Willie actually kind of pitched an idea here a month or two ago. I think it complemented really well just as far as like what breeds we both brought to the table, and kind of offering one full, multi-breed, high-quality event. Between the two of us, we could tap into a lot of awesome cow herds across the Midwest. I don't think Willie would have had reds if it wasn't for us, so we at least got him talked into that side. Um, no, I think both he and I look at cattle very similar. So we got along awesome from that standpoint. There wasn't a whole lot of disagreement as far as what each of us brought to the table. We offer a very similar service, and I mean our crews are pretty similar on show day, so it kind of only made sense to team up and hit the Fallborns together.
Yeah, we both have kind of gotten accustomed to offering multi-breed sales. And with the falls, we were talking, and I had a lot of Semitols and Angus. Zane had a lot of Red Angus, Charolais, some Maine Angus, maintainer stuff. So it just made sense that we could combine them, have a set of high quality cattle that kind of covered all breeds like we're used to offering to customers. And Zane and I, we've traded a lot of calves back and forth together, but we've never had a combined sale. So we're kind of excited to combine forces, like you said, and put them all together.
You bet.
And I could offer a colder climate to keep some hair on them a little bit longer than Zane had to.
That's
Yeah.
what I was just going to ask you. And have you been keeping those up at your house, Willie?
Yep, they're up here in St. Ansgar.
They're all up in Iowa. You bet.
Yep.
Hey, it's no doubt, like you said, you guys put together a hell of a good crew. Tell us a little bit about what comes with a purchase of one of these females and the support that you guys give your customers and what comes to the table there.
I think Will and I both do things pretty similar in that regard. I mean, we try to have a crew at almost every show we can reach. If we or one of our friends can get our hands with a set of clippers and knock them out before the show, even better. We love feeding advice. We love to see how these things mature. I mean, we sell the cattle we believe in, and I think foremost, I can speak for Willie as well as myself. I think we get just as much enjoyment marketing the progeny out of the calves we sell as anything. Like just the marketing and service we supply after the show ring's done, I think is second to none.
That's been our goal, to sell them to places that we can go back and take the cattle, the offspring from them, and put back in our sales. I know both of our sales that we had last fall were made up almost entirely of cattle that were out of offspring of show heifers we had sold in the past, or out of cows that we own to get ourselves.
Right. That's good. And we talked about, you guys hit on it, having multiple breeds and things like that, especially these fallborns. It gives those families with a couple of kids some alternatives when they pull in there to shop. What breeds are we gonna offer here at this sale?
I think we have just about every mainstream breed except for Shorthorns and Herefords in this sale.
I think there's 11 breeds total, but yeah, pretty much that and then some composites on top of it.
Oh, that's awesome. That's a good deal. Yeah, when you sent the stuff in and Corey and I checked over everything, the minute I saw the pictures, the second I saw the videos, I was ready to get in there and get you guys insight on them. There's some high quality livestock, Corey.
You bet. Let's dive in. We got a few to get through here. This lot one female that's coming here first, a purebred registered Angus female out of the immortal Sandman sire, backed by the Burns Maggie cow. What can you tell us about this one, guys?
Yeah, so she was raised by Joe Burns of Oxford, Iowa, out of his Maggie donor, and she's a style that goes back to the lady cow family. She's a style first class, the donor cow is. and just a young female, but one I think that's built incredible in her structure. And as you can see there in the video, I mean, her look and design is unrivaled and unreal.
And the Sandmans this year, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I know the reserve female, the calf of Seldom Rest in Kansas City, was a Sandman. Them cattle are sure being accepted in the industry, and that bull died at a young age. I think when he was just 2 years of age, he passed away.
I think that semen's pretty tough to get a hold of nowadays too.
Yeah.
And just from a mating scheme standpoint, you know, some of the Sandmans I've ran across in the past have been a little on the moderate side, but this one's mom is large to huge, so it kind of worked out pretty good.
Well, she is striking looking from the side and got the good floppy feet and legs on her.
Incredible haired as well.
Wow. Yeah, then we roll right in here to the lot 9. We talk about popular pedigrees, Corey. We go right to a 24 carat out of the Collison 972 donor. That's a stop.
So that cow is actually a style out of the Ramona that Collison showed that would have won Iowa Beef Expo and was reserved there at Bred and Known Junior Nationals in Des Moines a few years back. That calf for an Angus, I think, just displays an immense amount of bone, just stoutness of feature, just dense made, extra hair quality. I mean, an incredible look like you would expect with a carrot on a style. I mean, but especially just big running gear. I mean, I think that thing's just foot and bone is immense for the Angus world anyway.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt. The 24 carat cattle are, I mean, it don't matter what part of the country you're at or who you talk to, everybody's talking about these 24 carats.
No, they're taking off. They're show heifers. That's no doubt.
Yeah, without a doubt.
What's the attitude like? Are these things pretty well show broke, ready to go?
I don't know about show broke, but as far as just like everything to the point with a show stick, I think they've got all those boxes. I think for a fallborn set, especially, we've been really blessed on attitude. All these things have been pretty easy to get in and out and around.
Absolutely.
You bet. Well, hey, Zane's gonna get I'm sure he'll be talking about this one. Our first Red Angus, a Red Eagle daughter out of the dam is a full sister to Flashback.
Yeah, this one came from Nathan Hicks. He called me actually on my way to Oklahoma City this year and said he had some reds he really liked, but there was especially a really young one, especially at that point that was in November, that he thought had a shot to be incredible. Her mother's a full sister to the $100,000 Flashback bull, a Firestorm. That one's young but really good. Just extremely stout, incredible built for a Red Angus or any breed for that matter. Awesome haired, really bold bodied, extremely high tying, tall fronted, has as much presence as you could ever want, and an incredible attitude to go with it.
And he's out of the Griswold Red Eagle bull.
Yep. And that bull I think has really kind of hit a stride here the last year or two in the Reds. So he's just kind of making a better.
I saw a few heifers in the stalls in Louisville. That bull is, for a mature bull, is really starting to surface here in recent years.
Yeah, I would say he'll be around for the next years to come.
Yeah. If you build them like that, you're going to stay around for a little while,
especially in this breed.
Yeah, no joke. Yeah, we roll right into another Red Angus, a PTO daughter out of a Rider Profit built donor, the lot 23 female.
Yeah, this one comes from Derek Ritter there in Missouri. That cow that she's out of, the Profit Builder donor, is a Profit Builder Detour. She herself was actually reserved at Junior Nationals, and I want to say 2017 or 2018 there when it was in Hutch. That cow was just extremely complete, like amazing built, designed awesome, really, really smooth made. PTO kind of put the stoutness and the bone and the features in her. This thing's a little more cherry red and softer haired than the Red Eagle we just talked about. But another one that I think is just awesome legged, especially when we're talking breed character. High tying, extremely attractive, bold featured, and it can get out and go.
This one makes me want to become a Red Angus enthusiast, and that's tough to say. That's tough to do. This one, ever since she's been up here, has just done nothing but get better, and I find myself kind of staring at her at the feed bunk about twice a day. So this one's really good.
And her hair quality, I think you touched on it, Zane. Her hair quality for a red, it's got a little extra fluff to it than the normal red.
Yeah, and even dense leg hairs and just awesome colored. I mean, it looks like somebody already took a bottle of dye to her.
Yeah. Got the high tight neck set on her.
Hmm.
Yep. Then we're gonna roll in here with lot 26. Come back to Willie's World here in the 3/4 semi division. A bankroll, or no, that's out of a full brother to Fort Knox.
Yep. So
Bankroll son, and then backed by the built right daughter, the Jackie donor.
yep, the bull that she's out of is a flush mate to Fort Knox that sold at Warnings the exact same year and bought by Rec Brothers and Sons in Southern Iowa. And then they flushed a Jackie donor, which is actually a cow that my wife showed and won the State Fair Semitol show with when she was still showing. This one I think is really cool, just how she blends a incredible amount of width and density, but still does it in a maternal, feminine package and has a look like that from the profile. Another one that, for a Semitol has an awesome hair coat and a really good running gear to go with it. One that I think is really cool to have as a show heifer, but also to take home and raise some purebreds out of and round up and make some 7/8 highs.
We actually had that bull at the bull stud there last year. That's a good looking mature Semitol bull. Didn't Kendall or something? There was something out of that bull last year that sold pretty good and won a little bit, I think, wasn't there?
Yeah, he sold a couple pretty high ones out of the same bull. Yep.
That's what I thought. We had that bull stud. He's good looking.
And Rex just sold a pair of bred heifers for like 15,000 a whack at their production sale out of the same bull.
Oh wow, that's great.
And this is the first time that he's been used outside of their program, so I think you'll kind of start catching some steam.
You bet.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, and then here we roll into the lot 27, a half Semitol female that's also registers up a percentage Red Angus, a bankroll female back out of a first class.
Yeah, that gets a little confusing. That cow's actually a black red carrier that we own with Robinson. She is a first class out of a full sister to Firestorm. Actually, that cow's a Sac Exceeda.
Oh, wow.
So I mean this one dual registers. I mean, if anything comes out red out of that cow, it's a Red Angus. But this calf I think is pretty unique just in terms of again sheer feet and leg size. That thing's chest and neck in relation to how bold bodied and deep centered she is. Still has that much power and width the base, but uses her wheels like she's supposed to. And not to mention an incredible attitude. But that's one that can show in 2 breeds and go to 2 junior nationals, and I think kind of offers some versatility.
Boy, it just looks like a freak show in that picture. Wow.
This is actually the first heifer we've had for sale out of that cow. We just got a hold of that cow. I mean, it's been a year and a half ago, I think. And she is just a brute. I mean, she's like 2,200 pounds and is soggy and sound and soft and just huge legged as they come.
You bet. She ought to be, boy, in that composite Red Angus deal, she ought to be a player, shouldn't she, Zane?
I would think she'd be highly competitive, and especially as a big bred next summer.
Yeah. Yeah.
By far the best foundation red I've ever seen.
It is. Well, I could see you chuckling there. I didn't know.
Yeah, I was thinking that Willie was fixing to throw in some more stuff.
I've had people like when they call and ask about her, and I'm like, well, I think she can run with the percentage Semitol, so I would guess in the foundation red she'd be pretty tough.
If we ever get our write-ups done, I was going to add I would waive or I would cover the entry fee to junior nationals just to get them to go to Red Angus junior nationals.
Yeah. Zane's gonna drive cross country and pick her up and take her to the show.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, hey, this next one, purebred Semitol time, lot 30, out of the Minert and Steenhook sire double up, backed by the Cindy donor, broker on the cow side.
This one I think is pretty special. I love her running gear for a purebred Semitol, and I like just how stout, pinned and hip she is, but still like remains just flexible and collected in her spine, and then still has a look like that up front. And she is incredibly good haired. I mean, her hair she's probably the best haired calf in the whole sale. And being a purebred Semitol, that's obviously not always the case. And another one that's first time showman friendly as well. And she goes back to Cindy donor, which is a broker built right. So the 3/4 blood that we talked about earlier outside the Jackie donor, Jackie and this one's mom would actually be full sibs in blood. So a lot of same cow families in those two baldy heifers.
Wow. Extra high quality stuff there. And then we ran 31, another purebred Simmental that's back out of that full brother to Fort Knox again, going back to an Uptown daughter.
Yep, this one's another one out of a rec donor in that same full sib to Fort Knox bull. And as you can see there in her video, I just kind of tell people this one's an alien. You know, been selling quite a few Simmental heifers, and I've never seen one built like this through her front third for a purebred. I mean, her head, neck, and ear set and throat latch is as unique as we've seen, then doesn't give up anything from their back. You know, her rib design is awesome, of having some width but still being soft and maternal, and having some pin width, and then just can really get out and go on a huge set of feet and legs.
Boy, that video is something to look at right there for a purebred Simmental to have the neck that comes out of the shoulders so high. And Brett and I sat with some guys last couple weeks ago, I guess it was, and it was actually Jesse Heimer, and he talked about trying to find livestock that defy logic. That's a purebred Simmental that defies logic right there.
Yes, sir. And I just think it's kind of neat that she has all of the pieces, you know, to go and be incredibly competitive in the show ring. But then yet, I mean, I could think of, you know, 3, 4, 5 bulls right off the bat that you could breed her to, and, you know, and makes the next generation even that much better, probably.
Especially with her mother being an outcross like she is.
Yeah. I mean, when they have a neck and head like that, I think we could breed them to plain bulls the next 2 generations and probably still be pretty decent looking.
Right.
Yeah. Thing just looks high quality.
Yeah.
Oh, it's rare to find one, I think, that freaky appearing neck and chest wise and still just be so soft when they're that honest in condition.
Yeah, we can say what we want to here and describe her 100 ways to Sunday. I don't care. There's nothing cooler than a full baldy like that right there. I mean, that alone sets a tone, I think.
With the black, she got on the show side there, got the full black baldy eye too.
I mean, yeah,
it
is.
When I walked out that morning and saw that she'd rubbed her hair on her shoulder, I about moved her into the garage.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And hey, we're the last thing we're going to highlight with this video is something that I know you guys are proud of. A bull that you guys dove into there on the Werning sale this last February. The chin strap sired bull named Craftsman.
I don't know that Willie or I were necessarily looking for percentage Simmental bull this spring, but I left Wernings and called Willie, and I had full plans to flush to this bull regardless of where he ended up. And I think we both talked about trying to buy him. I don't think either of us thought we would actually get him bought. But yeah, he's a chin strap out of actually Fort Knox's dam. And I think that one's just general build and skeletal quality from end to end for any breed, and especially talking about the Simmental breed is impeccable. I mean, the flex and cushion to that thing's hawk under her leg and still plant square with the reach that it has and be that tall fronted and short shouldered, yet set back in the angle of his shoulder and knee, I think is awesome. From a breeding standpoint, I mean, I think a bull like that, can just rip the chest and just throat latch out of almost any cow, but still keep the body and power in them.
And we were just talking that there's not a lot of bulls get marketed as percentage Simmentals. You know, there's a lot of half blood or 3/4 blood heifers that get marketed across the country every year. And, you know, what are your options to breed those cattle to just, you know, remain in the percentage realm? And so we got pretty fired up when we liked them that well and thought, you know, there's a lot of marketing, a lot of versatility for a 5/8 bull.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I counted the other day, I think there's 44 bulls at the stud right now, and this is one of them that's a registered Simmental, and there's this one and 2 other ones that are percentage bulls.
You know, and one thing that I'm trying to do a lot on the Simmentals that we're raising is, you know, I'm a firm believer that, you know, using that roundup and using that 7/8, you know, is a huge advantage. So we're actually going to flush a lot of our purebred Simmentals to this bull make some reverse 3/4s and then go back and breed those to back up into highs, just to try to avoid breeding purebreds to purebreds to purebreds, because when we've done that before, we've gotten a lot of them that get pretty Hampshire gilt looking pretty quick. So
yeah.
And I think with that kind of build and look, he honestly offers a lot of, just utility on even mains and keys and even a Hoodaman, just sheer structural quality and look. I think he'll sell any day of the week.
And he's kind of any cattleman's bull, right? I mean, he's got some unique intangibles that high quality show heifer guys would appreciate, but still he's got enough performance, length, mass, height. He's a big outline bull that just any good cowboy appreciates as well.
Absolutely.
On a pedigree like that, those things ought to make tremendous cows. I mean, when you can stack 2 shots, 85-43, put a shot of Rita in there, and then Dolly's Queen, I think I saw on Warning Sale the other day, was averaging close to 30 grand on Sun so far.
Oh yeah.
And maybe people don't know, but the chin strap bull that he's out of is a bankroll Rita full sib to the $164,000 one that Sarah Sullivan showed and won Louisville Supreme with.
No, yeah.
He's got the good genes in him, that's for sure. So hey, let's 4/3, April the 3rd, SC online sales. The Weis cattle and Rosebud cattle online sale. These cattle you mentioned earlier, they're all at your place, Willie, is that right?
Yep. In St. Anskar, Iowa.
Okay, guy wants to just jump in the truck, give you a call, come look at them. What's the scoop there?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. We welcome visitors all the time, and if I always tell them we live, not very far east of 35, and just a few miles south of Interstate 90. So if you're ever in the area, let us know. And we have lights, so if you coming through the middle of the night, let us know. We'll bring them in and turn them on for you. We want people to see them if they're even close by. So
yeah, absolutely. And
I have been there and looked at cattle in the lights before. It's good working facility for that.
Yes.
Gotcha. And it's the always inevitable question. When a sale's over, there's nothing like trying to get these things shipped to new homes. What have you guys got lined up? Is it just, you got anything planned there at all?
So
go ahead, Willie.
A little bit of the plan is, Zane's coming up to be here on Sunday for the sale, and I'll be heading back, back to Kansas, the next morning. And I'm actually kind of headed towards Illinois the next day. So a little bit of our plan is we're going to kind of see where everything falls, and anything that's headed south, I'll probably get on Zane's trailer and go back to his place to, get him at least 8 hours farther south from here. And then, I can definitely get some cattle down towards Interstate 80 or even farther to the east, to get cattle headed in that direction. So we've got a little bit of a plan to, to start kind of moving them right after the sale. And then obviously kind of, get in touch with some of the truckers that head east and west and get them from there.
Yep. Nick Goins was just here in Oklahoma the other day. And so I know he was planning to make a run back east and come back here again. I think he's going south. So yeah, get in touch with Nick as well. So, well, guys, I got to tell you, it was a pleasure to listen to you guys talk about it. You can sure see passion in you guys. But I tell you what else I saw was a lot of quality tonight. So good luck in your sale on SC on the 3rd, and appreciate you using Drive Marketing.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely.